Hey there, Heather. Hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to yet another OOTP Legends League video. It is Tuesday. It is the July 14th Bastille Day, and the French are crying in their baguettes because they in the berets because they just lost to Spain. Nah, 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 nah. 2-0. Actually, it was good. England, France in a battle. It's always English versus French. Of course, in Canada, it's much more important than America. Nevertheless, England goes for their chance to get to the final against Argentina tomorrow. I got to watch that with intent, and then I'll be away for a few hours on the thing. Nevertheless, tomorrow, July 15th, it's the Yankees legends and the Angels legends. So you'll see Mike Trout, you'll see Chuck Finley, you'll see Frank Tanana, the banana. For the Angels and the Yankees legends, Babe Ruth, the the All Star Game MVP, Mickey Mantle, and Ron Gator Guidry. No, sorry, that's Louisiana Lightning, Guidry. Nevertheless, we went through the American League of their stuff and then did the stuff. If you have more than 15 people in the organization, you can dump some players off, no penalty. And then, of course, the seasonal players can pick up some guys. So we did the American League yesterday. Now we got to go to the other side of the coin, the National League. Todd Helton is crushing it in the batting average, leading by 30 points over Duke Snyder and Bill Terry. Bill Terry, iconic hitter of the New York Giants slash the New York. Todd Helton, Mr. Rocky. Michael Jack Schmidt of the Philly Legends, 36 tater tots. He leads Roy Campanella of Brooklyn by 9, which is big. Sammy Sosa has 26 because Michael Schmidt has a 9. Matt Kemp has the RBI lead with 86. Duke Snyder, 82. Todd Helton, 77. I know a lot of people will be bitching that Matt Kemp did not get in the All Star game. It doesn't matter, does it? Stolen bases, Linus Smith of the 1980 Phillies with 54, then Jackie of the Dodgers for 50, Tavares of the 07 Rockies 48. OPS, Helton, Snyder, Campy. Where's my replacement? Todd Helton, Michael Jack Schmidt, 1980 Philly, Schmidt and Dookie Snyder. Hitting streak. Earned run average, shockingly, the leader is Lewan Hernandez of the 97 Marlins, and they're 25 games below 500. Greg Maddox, second, 231. Phil Necro, 238. Wins, Kovacs is 15, Maddox and Pedro at 13. Strikeouts, Gooden and Nomo are tied at 125. And Seaver with 123. Whiteland leads saves with 28, Kimbrel and Locke with 24 each. Wins above replacement, Maddox leading Koufax and Seaver. The winning streak is 13. Wait, Wilhelm, he's a reliever. Okay, let's go first to the New York Mets. Talk about the Mets. David Wright, Keith Hernandez, Pizza, Strawberry, Darrow. Jeff Kent, the newest Hall of Famer. Bobby Bones, Cleon, Ashburn, and Bud Harrelson on your main lineup. Dr. K, Seaver, Cone, Fernandez, and Kuzma. I think this is the first starting rotation that has all 5 guys with 10 or more wins, I think. Yeah, that has to be it. The Yankees have only 2 starters with 10. Orioles have 2 as well. Cleveland has 3, well, 3.5. Sam McDowell's 1 short. Angels have 3 with 2 at 9. Okie Muskokie has 60 plus wins. They have 3 with 3.5. Plank has 9. Blue Jay Legends have nobody with 10 plus wins. And the Tampa Rays have 2. So, yeah, the Mets pitching has been great. 5 starters, 10 wins. Lockwood, Benitez, Viola, Tug, Franco, and Orasco are your bullpen. No one on the injury list. Overview 20 players, so they have to dump some players off. And it will be Dave Magadan. Dave Magadan is going to get the heave ho from the Mets organization as well. Andrew Pagan. Where did they go? How's he a Mets legend? That's what gets me. That does get me. Mike. Bobby Parnell. Definitely not. Why is he even? Yeah, why is he even there? So yeah, Bobby Parnell's gonna get the heave ho. Neil Allen. Don Clendenon. For one thing, Don Clendenon is not white. He's Negro. And Don Clendenon is gonna get the release. So they're at 16. And Scott Feldman. I know they picked up from the 2011 Rangers, but he's done nothing for them in sense. So they'll get rid of him. So that's your 15. All right. Cardinals Legends. 59 wins. They have Willie McGee, Hornsby, Johnny Mize, Pujols, It's strange. Pujols plays shortstop. He usually plays first. Medwick, Chikafi, Torrey, Pendleton, and Ray Blades is the eight. I would have probably put Pujols in as designated hitter more so. Shortstop, it should be Ozzie Smith. I think they got an injury. Gibson, Dean, Wainwright, Tudor, and Carpenter. Your rotation: Rosenthal, Suter, Habrowski, Moat, Morris, and Salas. Bullpen injury list. Well, that makes sense. 1 month sprained ankle for Ozzie Smith. Ken Boyer, quad sprain. Oh, he's out for a week. And 4 weeks for Stan the Man Musial. He barely plays. Well, broken bone in his elbow. He'll be back. Watch St. Louis will put up some numbers with Ozzy and Musial back. I look at shortstops. I'm like, he's playing shortstop? Okay, whatever. 15 players on the reserve roster, so they actually saved their butts. The Philly legends: Billy Hamilton, left field duel, Chuck Klein, Michael Jack Schmidt, Ryan Howard, Delahunty, Utley, Lieberville, and Bancroft, your front nine. Petey Alexander, Carlton, Robin Roberts, Tweet, Hamels, and Short, your rotation. Mitch the Bitch, or Mayor, or Meter, Botalico, Bedrosian, Ron Reed, and Ryan Matson are your bullpen. Kurt Simmons, torn flexor tendon. He'll be out for. He was doing okay in the bullpen, but he'll be out for a year. They want to keep him. Scott Rollins got a broken kneecap. This guy keeps getting injured at the worst possible time. I think he's got a massive injury history. Yeah, he had calf soreness, knee tendonitis, male hip strain, knee tendonitis, torn ligaments, which cost him the playoffs in 2024. Trey Richco, so 6 weeks with a sprained thumb in May, and then in June, recovery. Torn ankle ligaments again near the end of the year. So yeah, and broken kneecap at the start of spring training. So yeah, this guy is jinxed, but he'll be back in a couple weeks. Overview: they have 16 on the reserve roster, so they can dump one guy off. And I'm gonna go with Fresco Thompson. Yes. So Fresco Thompson will be the only one who will get the boot. Thankfully for Philly, they don't have to bump anyone else. The 2019 Nationals, 39 wins. Robles, Soto, Rando, Gomes, Jason Thompson, Suzuki, Dozier, Chico, and Defoe are your lineup. Scherzer, Strasburg, Annabelle, Fryman, and Kramer, your rotation. Doolittle, Campbell, Swirl, Roosevelt, Gabriel Garcia. Gabriel Garcia, that's going to be a little bit concerning. The name. And Eric Fed. Gabriel Garcia. Because there's a Gabriel Garcia from the Gabriel Garcia. Yeah, because there's a Gabriel Garcia for the Royals. So I'm gonna just change his name to Garcia Hernandez. Say that 3 times fast. Organization injured list: Joe Benz out a month with nerve entrapment. He should be back. Jose Offerman, Achilles tendon. He's 31 years old. He's gonna get the retirement. 7 months. Yeah, he'll be out till February. He's gone. So Offerman will be watching from the sidelines. That sucks. Trey Turner, torn quad. He'll be back for 2 weeks. He'll be back. Adam Eden for a week. So they're not doing that badly. They have 6 people on the reserve roster. The good news is that means that they can pick up some players. They can pick up 3 players from the free agency thing. And they are going to go. And they are going to go with Jose Cruz Jr. Jose Cruz Jr. is going to get some space, but he can't. He doesn't want to wear 27. He says he'll wear number 20. Okay. So Jose Cruz Jr. is going to come in. Might as well. Um, Dave Magadan. So they need a first baseman. So Dave Magadan is going to come in. You just got rid of the Mets. And now that's the third guy is going to be Felix, Felix Jose. They are thinking about him. So they will put Felix Jose on the roster. Not a bad idea by Washington. Yeah. Jose Cruz looks good. How many outfielders do they have? 5. They have 3 catchers. They have 3 catchers. Roddy Reed. Why do you have 3 catchers? And he sucks. So Washington will pick up Cruz Jr. and put him in the roster right away. Magadan will be probably waiting in the wings. 97 Marlins, 34 wins. Renteria, Christopher, Alou, Sheffield, Johnson, Eisenreich, Duran, Conine, and Floyd. Hernandez, McBride, Cortez, West, and Helene. It's weird how Hernandez is 7-9, and yes, you're a champion in the National League right now. Chris Hammond, the closer, Powell, Leiter, Saunders, Alfonseco, and Nan in the bullpen. Injured list: Felix Heredia, elbow strain. He'll be back in a couple weeks. They have 11 players in the. They have 11 players, so they actually can't pick up anyone. They have less than. If you have less than 10, you're fine. Philly, the 1980 Phillies, Larry Smith, Trio, Big McBride, Michael Schmidt, Peyton Almein, the aging, Martinez, Galindo, and Boone. Carlton, Walk, Torres, Bystrom, and Larson are going to get the rotation. McGraw, Hensley, Knowles, Diria, Brewster, and Mark Davis are in their bullpen. Injured list: Ron Reed, torn back muscle, will be out for 2 months. So he might be back in time for the year. He is 39, but because if he was like 8 months or 3 months or something, Ron Reed probably would have gotten the boot. They have 7 players. So guess what? They can actually pick up some players from the transactions. And they're going to take Arthur Rhodes. But there's 2 Arthur Rhodes. Yeah, so that Arthur Rhodes is going to retire. Yeah, because there's some things. And Scott Downs, yeah, they need a reliever. So Scott Downs will come in for the 1980 Phillies. And he'll wear number 37 for the team. And they're going to go with Ken. I'm actually surprised they're saying they'll go with Ken McMullen. I don't know why, honestly. You got Mike Schmidt, but maybe some insurance policy? I don't know. Well, you do have a starter. You do have a starter. Yeah, they're going to put Roger Nelson. So Roger Nelson will come in to pitch. The question now is, what number does he want? He'll wear 37. Roger Nelson will wear 37. I think they want a starter, Rip. Yeah, I think they do. They need some starter help. Dan Larson is 3-9. Arturo Torres is 2-5. He's done nothing. So they're going to put Nelson in as a starter. And then Scott Downs, a good reliever to Guerra. So Louis Guerra is gone. Scott Downs is going to come in. So the 1980 Phillies are going to, or the 1980 Phillies are basically going to start off big, and it will be so. Roger Nelson will be third. You got Carlton, Walk, then Nelson, then Bystrom, then Larson. Should have been Walkup, but yeah, Scott Downs. So the 1980 Phillies are thinking of a plan. And then that is the end of the division. Oh yeah, I guess I should um uh, full screen. Never mind. Pittsburgh winning the NL Central by a game right now. Honus, the Flying Dutchman, McCutch, Cobra Parker, Pops, Clemente Granum, that second, Jason Bay, Canadian at the H, Kendall and Jackie Wilson short. Chemnitz, Candyman, Tannenhill, Draybeck, Vila, your rotation. Hanrahan, Adams, Philly, Blinda, Friend, Williams, and Law are your bullpen. Injured list: Ralph Kiner, bone chips. He'll be out till probably October. 35 RBIs in 54 games. That's a big blow to the Pirates. And Lloyd Wayner, out 5 months, shoulder inflammation. He is 25. He's still young, so he'll still. I won't boot him. 19 players. Okay. Heine Grow. Yeah, he was picked in the thing, but they're gonna release him. They're like, we don't need Heine Grow. Okay. And Evan Meek. Yeah, they're gonna bump him. They're gonna release Meek. Evan Meek. It's like, why is he a legend in the first place? Not to be brutal, but I'm just being honest. Reggie Hebner. And Reggie Hebner is going to get the heave ho as well. So that's 16. One more to go. And they're going to get rid of Ogawa-san from Odate. They think they're like, we don't need him. So Yoshi Ogawa is gone. So the Pirates do their job. The Reds, Joe Morgan, Pete Rose, Joey Votto, Eric Davis, Paul O'Neill, Votto, Canadian, George Foster, Barry Larkin, Johnny Bench, and Aaron Boone. God, I hate Aaron Boone. What did you do as a player? Vandermeer, Maloney, Rijo, Soto, and Cueto are your rotation. Chapman, Jackson, Golick, Arroyo, Bucky, Brantley, and Rixey. There. Injured list. Rob Dibble, torn rotator cuff. He's out till like October. He'll be back. Like they might need him. And Clue, separated shoulder. He'll be back in a week. So no problems about that. He's pretty good. And they have 23 players. So now they got to take out a lot of players. Tony Cusiero is going to get the. Yeah, they're like, well, they're going to take care of him. So he's going to be dumped. Lonnie Frey is going to also get the heave ho. Did I need a catcher? How many catchers? Well, I would say yes. Noodles Hahn. Yeah, Noodles Hahn is going to get the release. So Hahn is out. Nick Massett. Why is he there? Nick Massett. So he's going to get released. Wayne Granger, like I said, they don't really have room for, so they'll dump him off. And Ernie Johnson from the 57 Braves. Yeah, they're like, we probably don't need him. So that's 17. So two guys. They do have, how many catchers do they have? They have three catchers. Yeah, they think it would be in 10 games. Yeah, they said they are going to just dump dome it out the door. Kind of an awkward move. And Don Hoke is also going to get the heave ho. So that's their 15. Cubs. Coiler, DHing Sosa, Grace, the King Kong Kingman, Santos, Sandberg, Wilkins, Pafko, and Tinker. Rotation: Zambrano, Sutcliffe, Ryan Dempster, Canadian, Russell, and Clark Griffith. Lee Smith with Sean Marshall, Randy Myers, Kerry Wood, Lon Warnke, Carlos Murmo, and Hippo Fawn. Injured list: Hack Wilson, broken bone in the elbow. He'll be out till like October, which kind of hurts because he was a decent hitter. But he's got sometimes 19 players, so they got some players to get rid of. Kessinger, not Kissinger, Kessinger. They're going to give him his walking papers. And Bob Rush will also get his walking papers. That's two, guys. Don Elston, Jordan Kappa. No, Don Elston is going to get his walking papers. And also, Pedro Lima. I know they're thinking of it, but they're going to get rid of Pedro. So that's their 15, right? Yeah, so that's their 15. So now the 64 Cardinals. Jose Sanchez DHing. He's going to probably win Rookie of the Year. Bill White, first base. Melky, Jordan Fairley, Boyer, McIver, Jose Lopez, and Javier. Bob Gibson, Corbin, Butch Henry, Sadecki, and Taylor Buckles are your big five. Bullpen: Schultz, Messier, Humphreys, Norlowski, Pete Smith, Mason, and Ellsworth. Injured list: nobody. Overview: 10 players, so they can't make any changes. 60 Pirates: Carlos Lopez, Roberto Clemente, Rocky Nelson, Luis Gonzalez, DHing, not Luis, Smokey Burgess, Dick Rowe, Don Hoke, Milford, and Mazeroski. Valverde, Gibbon, Cheney, Wittenberg. That guy's in trouble. It ran away. 1-13, yikes. Thatch, Face, Law, Green, Francis Castro, Jorge Castro, and Paul Guile. I think Jorge Castro was a name in backyard baseball. Injured list: Benny Daniels is unknown, uncertain. He'll be okay, I think. And they have 8 players. So the good news for the 1960 team is they can actually make up some players. And they're going to take Evan Meek. So Evan Meek will go to the 60 Pirates. Okay. Tom Wilhelmsen. So I think they're going for their bullpen lives, to say the least. And it will be Ron Klein. Ron Klein. So yeah, Ron Klein. So yeah, the 60 Pirates are probably trying to shore up their bullpen. I think that's the plan. Um, yeah, their bullpen. All right, Castro, Francis, Guile. Yeah, Paul Guile's starting to lose. Yeah, Guile's losing it. So Williamson will come into play for Pittsburgh in the bullpen. And Jose Madrid. So they're gonna put Wilhelmsen in to the bullpen. 1982 Brewers. Muller, Ganner, Yount, Cooper, Monty, Ogilvy, Gorman, Ubrera, and Simmons. Ted Lilly, Bagville, DePino, Prado, and Augustine. Not a good rotation. Krim figures Schatzter, Shantz, Porter, Ladd, and Doug Jones are in your bullpen. Injured list. Dwight Bernard sprained ankle will be out for a month. That's not good. Johnny Hop, fibula. Uh, he'll be up for a overview. They have 6, so they can pick up some players right off the bat. As they can. Yeah, once the transactions are over for all the seasonal teams, then they'll look at the age. If you're over 30 years old, they might dump you off. And they're going to go with Noodles Hahn. 82 Brewers will get Noodles Hahn. Mike Schooler. So they're thinking bullpen too. Milwaukee's thinking bullpen. Yeah, because overall, those are your overall numbers, right? Yeah, 3.5, 2.5 stars. Well, that's unplayers. They radically took them all. And Al Fitzmaurice. I think they found a starter. I think you have. Personally, I think you have found a starter. Well, Ted Lilly's 5-9. Salvador Prado's 0-4. He has not done anything. So that's the plan. I think that's the plan, though, too. Yes. And they found a righty. So Al Fitzmaurice will come into the bullpen, too. DePino, yeah. They don't really have much of a bullpen, but they're going to go with Al Fitzmaurice more than anything. So that's what they'll do. All right. Now let's go to the NL West. Dodgers are number 1. Jackie Robinson, they're winning by 13. Jackie, Matt Kemp, Herman, Schneider, Steve Garvey, the center at the DH, Gil Hodges at first, then Pedro Delgado, Campy, and Bill Russell. Not that Bill Russell. George. Koufax, Nomo, Kershaw, Vance, Sutton. So yeah, they have 4 guys with double-digit wins. Vance is the holdup. Gagne, Jansen, Broxton, Don Drysdale, Saito, Noonfer, and Oral are in your bullpen. Injured list. Fernando got some problems, but he'll be back in no time flat. They said 23 players in the reserve roster, so they have to dump some players off. So they are thinking about Roberto Diaz, but they are thinking Abadaba. But I think he's getting the axe. Bob Welsh. Yeah, he's not. So Bob Welsh is going to get the heave ho. Zach Wheat's going to get the heave ho. They don't need him. Jim Gilliam, Steve Sachs. Steve Saxon's runs with the law Simpsons. So Steve Sachs is going to get the heave ho from the Dodgers organization. Kyle Lebine's going to get the heave ho himself, so he's gone. Carlos Duenas is going to get the heave ho. So they need 17. So they Jack Fournier. I think you keep him. Yeah, you're gonna keep him. Hugh Casey. So Hugh Casey's gonna get the release. I think it's kind of a mercy, if you will. And Jay Howe. And Jay Howe will get the release. Yeah. That's what they need. The Diamondbacks second in the division. Upton, Gilkey, Lugo, Williams, Dunn, Batista, Finley, Hudson, and Snyder. Shilling the rotation with Webb, Heron, Kennedy, and Batista. Valverde, Manti, Hudson, Byung Kim, Hernandez, Swindell, and Qualls in your bullpen. Injured list: Wayne Miley, hamstring, 3-3 with a 3.88 ERA. Reserve roster: they have 20 guys. Graziano, well, he did pretty well. Shea Hildebrand. But they're like, yeah, Shea Hildebrand. He's on. So Hildebrand is going to get the axe. Ryan Roberts will get the axe as well. I said they don't need him. That's a matter of thinking. Domingo Ramos. Scouting Discovery. But they'll take him. I think it's kind of a Brett Ziegler, Cahill, Christian Cahill. Yeah, Cahill has done terribly. So they'll release him. And then that will mean Archie Cianfranco. Nobody wants him, it seems. Yeah, no one wants him. No one wants him. Giants, Robbie Thompson, Bill Terry, Barry Bonds, Stretch McCovey, Kevin Mitchell, Mel Ott, Posey, Bobby Thompson, and Travis Jackson. New York Giants. Mathewson, Marichal, Schmitty, who's 4-10. Schmitty. How about Lincecum? Schmitty. Romo Wilson, King, Beck, Angelli, Wilson again. Organization injured list: Willie Mays has a concussion. He should be back. Yeah, he's been injured, I think, for a long time. 22 people in the reserve roster. Gary Lavelle. He was doing fine. He was fine, and then he started to slip. Yeah, he's gotten injured. So Lavelle's gonna get the heave ho. The art of sex. Well, Fletcher, he's gone. Mike Ivy, who the heck is he? Why is he on this roster? He's gone. Marvin Marvin Freeman, why is he on the Giants roster? 15th overall pick. But yeah, Marvin Freeman is gone. And then Frank Lindsay. Yeah, Frank Lindsay's going to get the boot himself. And from Philadelphia, yeah. Pablo Volato. He's going to get the yank. They just need one more guy. Corner. What's their catching position like? They have 3 good catchers. They don't need Chanty Hogan. Yeah, they don't need Chanty. So he's gone. The rumors it was him or George J. Burns who would get the axe. Did he? Stanford. Yeah. Well, they got their 15 guys. 1906 Cubs. 1 game below 500. Evers, Chance, Ramirez, Fallis. Here's Armas, Johnson, Reed, Kling, Schultz, Madugo, and Tinker. Brown, Boston, Romo, Roebuck, and Carl Lindgren in the rotation. Farr, Carmen, Wicker, Azevedo, Willis, and Jim Hughes. Injured list. Matt Harrison torn UCL out 5 months. He's 28. He should be back. And Jack Fister torn labrum. He's 30. My question. He'll be out till March. He's 30. 17. Yeah. They got Harrison and Feister out. Feister's 30 years old, so I think they'll take him out. That's a tough call. He is 30, but he's also got a 2.73 ERA. No, they're gonna say no, and they're telling me no. So the 1906 Cubs can try to rebuild. I would go with starters. Well, they're going to go with Gary Lavelle. Give him a spot. They're going to go with Pete Reichert. Pete Reichert's going to come into play. Now, Pete Reichert's going to come into play for the Cubs. And Bob Rush. I think this is kind of a Starting pitchers thing. Bob Rush. Annual number 26 for the Cubs. Bob Rush. Bob Rush will wear 26. They don't have much. Rummel's 3-10. He's picked up, but he's slipping. Boston 7-10. No, the Yankees didn't give him a chance. Carl Lundgren came in as a starter, 3-2. Roebuck and Brown. Yeah, they. Do you take out Rommel for Bob Rush? No, they're not going to. Tom Carmen? No, he's not about Jim Hughes. So Jim Hughes out for Laval. So Gary Laval will get to the 1906 Cubs. 1954 Giants. Irvin, Mueller, Mays, Rhodes, Thompson, Dark, Herbeck, Molina, Sergio Molina, Mejia. Fran, Antonelli, Ruben, Prito, and Lytle in rotation. Cook, Helgson, Wilhelm, Salazar, Lopin, McCall, and Kanakowski are in the bullpen. Injured list: Mark Grissom, 2 months with the surgery for the bone chips. He should be back soon. And Bill Taylor with a strained hamstring. He played 11 games. I don't know if he should really play. 14 players. Oh, wow. So the 54 Giants have a lot of players in escrow, so that means they don't need. Anyway, Tavares, Helton, Pop, Halliday, Atkins, Spielberg, Katsmatsui, Tulowitzki, Toriyama, and Susan of Rockies. Francis, Jimenez, Hirsch, Rodrigo, and Elmer Myers for rotation. Herges, Corpus, Fuentes, Ramon E. Martinez, Avil, Danny Batista, and Joshy Fogg. Sal Magwitz, shoulder inflammation. He'll be back in a couple days. He was pretty good after coming to the team. Franco Morales turned elbow ligament. He'll be out till November. He's 23. He'll be back. Julio Rivera, arthritic elbow. It's a reliever. And Ryan Spire, rotator cuff inflammation. Overview: they have 12 on their reserve roster, so that means they don't have to take anyone. And on North, Montreal only leads by 2. Tim Raines, the Rockets they call him, Alfonso Soriano, Flatty Sr., Andre the Hawk Dawson, center, Nick Johnson, DHing, Gary the Kid Carter, catcher, Dimitri at first, Timmy Wallach at third, and Hubie Doobie Doo, Brooks at short. Pedro Strasburg, Dennis Martinez, Gio, and Pascal Perez are your rotation. Wetland, Cruz Juarez, Clippard, Gullickson, Bryn Smith, Rojas, and Stevie Rogers are your bullpen. Injury list: nobody, thank goodness. Montreal has 26. Wow, 26 guys. The line of the Shields. For one thing, he's not Caucasian. So I don't think they need him. Nope. The Shields is gone. The Shields is gone, and so is Ron Hunt. Too many hit by pitches. So Ron Hunt is gone. Mike Jorgensen. So Mike Jorgensen is going to take off. Spike Owen. Oh, he's dropping off. So Spike Owen is dropping off. So yeah, they're going to take care of Spike Owen and drop him out. Kind of a mercy fuck. Brad Wilkerson. So Brad Wilkerson is going to get released. And so too will Sean Gilmartin. 2020 team, but yeah, they're going to dump him off. Gilmartin. They don't need him. 20 players on the reserve. Arvita, Ray Boone. So Ray Boone is going to get the Hacks, Cordero, and Desmond Burrs, Mac Jones. Mac Jones. Mac Jones. Oh, one problem about Mac Jones. Yeah. Mac Jones is going to get the heave ho. Mac Jones. The Croatian sensation. They are going to release him. Perovic. I would dump him. Antonio Barrera will get the fiasco. Oh, he's a fiasco. Javier Lopez Jimenez. Uh, yeah, he's gonna get the boot. There's your 15. Now Colorado, Hargo, Holiday, Helton, Walker, Tulo, Bichette, Cirillo, Maine, and Castillo are your main starters. Ubaldo's Estes, wow, 8 and 3. Hampton and Cook are your rotation. Houston, Lopez, Fuentes, Daryl Kyle, Danny Nagel, Matt Belisle, and Pedro Stasio are your bullpen. Injured list? Nobody. 22 on the reserve roster, though. Jose Jimenez. That is definitely not Hispanic. That's not Hispanic at all. Oh, wait, is it? Yeah, that's close enough. Well, Jimenez is going to get the. No, sorry. Yeah, he was primarily white. Okay, we'll set it like that. So Jose Jimenez is going to get the release. He's not smiling. Now he got dumped. Steve Reed. So Steve Reed is going to get the X. Steve Reed gets the X. Dave Fairs. Yeah, I think he'll get the X too. Dave Ferris will definitely get the X. Radage, Snake, Joe Dugan. Yeah, they're not really too keen on him. Yeah, Dugan's gone. Jumpin' Joe's gone. Jumpin' Joe Flash. Clint Barnes. Clint Barnes is gonna get the axe. So Lee Rodriguez will get the axe himself. And that's 16. One more guy. There's one more drafter. Manny Corpus. Well, he's done well. Taylor Buckholz. Charlie Hayes. Well, for one thing, Charlie Hayes is dark. Yeah. So Charlie Hayes will get the boot from the Rockies. Milwaukee next. Paul Molitor, Cecil Cooper, Braun, Prince Fielder, Gorman, Younts, Lascano, Bellindo, and Ellie Rodriguez. With Higuera, Sheets, Gallardo, Caldwell, and Bazio in the rotation. Fingers clear, Plesac, Henry, Axford, Turnbull, and Graham Lloyd in the bullpen. Injury list: Cal Eldred, rotator cuff inflammation. He should be back shortly. 7 and 8. 19 on the reserve roster. Yeah, Paul Marabella. Who the heck is he? So Marabella will get the axe. And Nelson Torres will get the axe as well. Bill Castro. Yeah, Bill Castro will get the axe as well. And I just need one more player. One more player? Mike Lacoste, 31 years old. So Mike Lacoste is eternally going to be sent to the book, sent away. 86 Mets. Are they going to pick up some guys? You got Dykstra, Backman, Hernandez, Strawberry, Kevin Mitchell at short, Bib Falk, DHing, Knight, Mookie, and Carter. Primary lineup: Fernandez, Gooden, Ojeda, Slater, and Darling. Rotation: Aguilera, McDowell, Anderson, Orozco, Sisk, Mitchell, and Kroon. Yeah, Mike Kroon. What a name. Injured list: Bruce Bereni, dead arm. He'll be back. They all come back. And they have 9 guys. Oh. They have 9 guys. So they can only get one guy. Yeah, they can only get one. And they're going to go with Jose Jimenez. They're going to go with Jimenez. And they're going to go with Jimenez. I think you're going to put him in the bullpen, right? John Mitchell. Mark Kroon. Who the fuck? Who the fuck is giving him 14 appearances? So Jose Jimenez is going to come in. He's not a closer. So Rick Anderson goes to long relief. Jimenez will go to the setup guy with McDowell. So Jimenez. So you might as well just get the bullpen up and running. 55 Dodgers. Checker Joe Judge is DHing. Campy, Snyder, Ferrello, Hodges, Gilliam, Jackie, and LaPro at short. Orland, Spooner, Padres, Lowe's, and Blackie rotation. Mendez, Bassett, Koufax, Reyes, Pascas, Layar, Lujan, and Dalias. You got some weird names on that squad. Injured list, you got Roger Craig out for 3 weeks with a torn rotator cuff. He'll be back soon. Buddy Meyer, PCS, post-concussion syndrome. He'll be back. These guys only have 2 guys in their stuff. Yeah, they had 2. So they'll get 5. So the 55 Dodgers will get 5, right? Yeah, because they only have 2 in the organization. We'll go 5. Don't they have a Hugh Casey on their team? No, they don't. They don't have Hugh Casey on their team. So yeah, that's right. So Hugh Casey will be signed on, and Hugh Casey says, I want a different number. So Hugh Casey gets in. So that's 1. Steve Reed, that's 2. 2. Yeah, they only have 2 guys. Joe Smith, that'll be 3. And Joe Smith, no, I don't want that number. He'll wear 30. Joe Smith will wear 34. So that's 3. Clem Levin. They already have a Clem Levin for the 55 Dodgers, don't they? Scott Feldman. So Scott Feldman. And Jordan Jankowski. JJ. So Jordan Jankowski. So the 55 Dodgers are like pretty much getting their bullpen up. Jojo Layar. Raymond Lujan. Yeah. So they're gonna get rid of Lujan. They're gonna put Lujan in the reserve roster and put Casey in to play defense. Brooklyn needs some. And Odious Dialysis. So Joe Smith gets put into Brooklyn's team. Yeah, they just want to get some guys up there. And the 35 Reds are worse than them. Griffey, Rose, Morgan, bench. Dreesen, Foster, Perez, Blues, Davey Concepcion. Golet, Hitchcock, Sealy, Cyanis, and Ramos. Your rotation. Nolan Eastwick. Got the rotation. Williamson, Bourbon, Valdez, McElhaney, Callaway. Injured list, nobody. Overview. They have 8 players. So they can take 2. That's the rule. You can only take 2 because we have 10 to start with. And they want Jay Howe. They want Jay Howe on their roster. They're like, well, so Jay Howe will wear 45. And yeah, they can only get 2. And Trevor Cahill. Will sign with the 75 Reds. Yep, and Cahill signs. So Trevor Cahill will wear number 55 on the team. Now they can only get 2. They probably want to get some bullpen. Mickey Callaway. Because he's actually picked up speed. Bourbon, Pat Dorsey, Carol Hardy, McElhaney, Valdez, 25 years old. So they want to put Jay Howell. They want to put Jay Howell in the bullpen. Trevor Cahill looks like he wants to play in the bullpen too. Um, Trevor Cahill. Well, Trevor Cahill can be a starter. Who's struggling? Like, who's struggling? Who's struggling? Jose Ramos. Trevor Cahill. Trevor Cahill can start. Trevor Cahill. Pat Darcy. Yeah, they thought about Carol Hardy, but yeah, it will be Trevor Cahill. Only one. He played. Yeah. So Trevor Cahill is a starter. So they will sign him. All right. So that's 4 divisions down. One more to go. The South. Atlanta. Number one. Andrew Lewis Hall of Famer with Eddie Matthews, Aaron, Chipper, Rico, Javi, Adcock, Furco, and Davy Johnson starters. Maddox, Necro, Spawn, Millwood, Glavin. They almost have 5-10 game winners. Spawn and Millwood are one. Sure. Kimbrough, Woolers, Rocker, Sane, Lunenberg, Garber, and Chris Medlin are your bullpen. Marcus Giles, broken hand. He'll be out for a couple days. The main guy, he's only played 15 games. And they have a list of 20 players. Oh, Glenn Hubbard went to his cupboard and got himself kicked to the curb. And Earl Torgerson. Earl Torgerson is going to get the boot. That's 18. Don McMahon. I know if there's another Don, but that Don McMahon's out of luck. You're fired. Greg Gross. 1980 Phillies. Well, they're going to dump him off. They don't need him. So Greg Gross is gone, and one more guy. Cecil Upshaw. And Cecil Upshaw, I think he's Negro, right? Yes, he is. So Cecil Upshaw is gone too. All right, so that's their guys. The Padres: Bip, Quinn, Nevin, McGriff, Agon, Winfield, Giles, Templeton, and Tennants, your main guys. PV, Benz, Latos, Hurst, and Ashby, your rotation. Hoffman, Mark Davis, Bell, Jones, Trafficki, Louis Newland, Hampton. Let's see some injuries. Benito Santiago's turned labrum. He's out till November, but he's 24, so he's out. And Gene Tennant's was an all-star. Randy Reddy, torn thumb ligament, out for a month. And Oscar Gamble, torn ACL, out 6 months. He is 29. Yeah, but he's not really a player. Yeah, so Oscar Gamble's going to get the retirement speech. Padres 22 on the roster. George Hendrick. Yeah, so George Hendrick's going to get the heave ho. Padres don't need him. D.A. Roberts. Yeah, D.A. Roberts. Played one game and was terrible. So D.A. Roberts is going to get the hack. Philly Sparks. Well, Philly, I don't know. Will Venable. Yeah, Will Venable has done nothing. So he's going to get the axe. Gary Lucas. Gary Lucas will get the axes himself. And Cameron Maben is going to get the. They're going to get rid of Cameron Maben. And David Bush. And David Bush is going to get the Hugh Ho, so that is 16, so one more. I just need one. Al Ferrara. Who the hell is that guy? And I don't think he's white. So Al Ferrara is going to get the release. Al Ferrara is gone, so that's their 15 for Houston. All right, Miami. Cuberas, Hanley, Miggy Cabrera, Stanton, Moises Lou, Sheffield, DH, Kotze, Lee, and Charlie Johnson are your main lineup. Beckett, Josh Johnson, Beck, Brown, AJ Burnett, and Dontrell rotation. Harvey, Nen, Levon, Leiter, Peters, Moda, and Nolasco in the bullpen. Injured list: Omar Fonte, broken bone. He'll be out till November. He's 30 years old. He's 30 and he will get the retirement. So he's gone. So he's being retired. Overview 20 players. Not bad. Could have been worse. Juan Carlos Oviedo. They said we can't go without him. Annabelle Sanchez. They said we can't live without him. Oviedo. All right. Annabelle Sanchez. Cody Ross. So Cody Ross is going to get released from the rest of the Marlins AJ. Mike Jacobs. Don't need him. Yep, you don't need him. Because why do you need him? Josh Willingham. Yeah, they say we don't need Josh Willingham. Okay. And that means Colbrun, 22 years old. He's gone. And that's 15, right? Mm-hmm. The Braves. Fitz Braves. Mike Easler, Vic Wertz, Hank Aaron, Eddie Matthews, Joe Adcock, Covington, Crandall, O'Connell, and Felix Mantilla. Rotation: Conley, Bull, Ray Crone, Burdette, and Lurch. Mossy, McMahon, Sladen, Jolie, Jay, Payne, and Phillips. Taylor Phillips. Injured list. Passaro shoulder information will be up for a few months. He should be back. And Bob Hazel fractured ankle. He'll be probably out for a little bit, but he's okay. And they got 6 players. So guess what? The 57 Braves can get 3 new players. So they're gonna take Marabella from the. So Marabella's gone. Dave Ferris is gonna get some help. I think they're gonna get some bullpen help. Antonio Barrera. I think they're gonna sign Fiasco. So Antonio Barrera will be signed. Number 19 in your program. Randy Lurch, 4.9 ERA. Ray Crown's 4-1. Burdette. Jim Conley, 6'8", but he's 8-5. Yeah, Randy Lurch would be the kind of. What do you put Barrera in? Jolly Philippine. He has a 15 ERA. Yep, so Marabella will come into play. Dave Ferris could. Taylor Phillips. He hasn't done that badly. Don Mossy. Yeah, he hasn't done that badly. I think you keep Antonio Barrera in case of emergency. The 98 Padres, Desmond Jennings, Wally Joyner, Greg Vaughn, Cam Nady, Gwynn, Cuveras, Gomez, Carlos Hernandez, and Marcus Sala as your DH. Brown, Wilcox, Hamilton, Matt Clement, and Kid Nichols rotation. Hoffman, Maselli, Wall, Cruz, Wengert, Browinger, and Perez. Injured list: Carlos Reyes trained forward for 2 weeks. That's a big loss. And they have 11 players, so they don't get the help at first. 2001 Diamondbacks: Cesar Geronimo, Gray Sanders, Lugo, Otto Swaddle, DHing, Council, Williams, Logan, and Miller. Washburn, Lee, Gilbert, Munoz, Beyond Kim is number 5 rotation. Mike Grant, he should be a starter, not a closer. Feder, Swindell, Embry, Moreno, Brad Prince, and Sable. Injured list: Eric Knott, torn meniscus. He's out till November. He is 28 years old. But he hasn't really played, right? No, he has not played. Yeah, so he hasn't really played, so he's going to retire. Overview: they have 11 players, so they don't have to make any moves, and that's the last team. Okay, so that means, so we're going to go through the we're going to go through the age. Scott Aitchison is going to be retired, and we are going to retire all the players that are 35 or older, because they were not signed. They will be forced to retire. Ernie Johnson is going to retire. Don McMahon is going to be retired. David Bush is going to get the heave ho, 30 years old. Russ Meyer, I don't think anyone wants him at all. He's gone. Juan Augusto, over 30 years old. He's gonna be gone. Sean Gilmartin, I don't think anyone really wants him, so he's gone. Randy Neiman, I don't think anyone needs him. Dan Spillner, 30 years old, they don't need him. Al Benton, I don't think anyone's gonna worry about him. Don Elston's gonna get the retirement signal. Mike Lacoste, no, I was thinking about Lacoste, but no, he's gonna get retired. Jim Scott, 31 years old, but he's gonna get the retirement signal. Yeah, 20 losses with 1917 White Sox. Arthur Tolliver, or Asher Tolliver, whatever you want to call him. Diane Diaz is going to get the retirement signal. Marvin Freeman, I think he might stick. Bob Welsh, I think he will stick. Okay, so there are 28 players. So each one of the Legends teams will get to pick one guy. It's the 1906 Cubs. Excuse me. The 1906 Cubs. Yeah, so everyone. So Gary Lucas will sign with the 1906 Cubs. That could be a good move. What do they have for a bullpen? Vincent Montano. Yeah. So they're going to put Gary Lucas in at reliever. Next. Okay. 1917 White Sox. Date of birth, like the youngest. Luis Rodriguez, number 19, is got signed. Luis Rodriguez, number 14 on the roster. So he'll get, yes, their starters. Well, Hector Perez is 0-2. And it will be Heather. So Luis Rodriguez is going to come in to pitch. They're going to get, well, he's a lefty, so they'll bring a third lefty to the bullpen. Not a bad idea. 1920 Cleveland was next on the list. Bob Welsh. They'll sign Bob Welsh. They'll sign Bob Welsh. They could make him a starter. Dick Griffin has not done well. Bob Welsh is known for starting. Yeah, Bob Welsh is known as a starter. He's 3-10. So Bob Welsh will come in and he will be the number 2 starter. Yeah, so Salazar. Yeah, so Bob Welsh will come in to be a starter for the 1920 Indians. 27 Yankees. Height. So Marvin Freeman is 6'7". I didn't know that. So Marvin Freeman will play for the 27 Yankees. Do they need a reliever? I say Russ Springer. I say yes. I don't think Springer is working out. How about this? Axel, Beal. So Marvin Freeman will come in to be a reliever. 29 A's. I need a starter. So Ricky Romero will wear number 24 on the roster. Starters. Carlos Lara has done nothing. So Ricky. Oh, sorry. Lara out, Romero in. So that means Ricky Romero. He's a lefty. So Romero There got asked. So Ricky Romero will come in to play for the 29 A's and see if he can help out. 54 Giants. Overall, Robbie Ross is going to get the. So Robbie Ross will play for the 54 Giants. I don't think they really need him. No, I don't think they do. We were like, what are we playing? Brooklyn, potential. Bobby Parnell. First potential. So Bobby Parnell is going to get the stuff. 57 Braves. I want Terry Fox. They're going to sign him. They're going to sign him. I think the 57 Braves are going to probably use him as a reliever. Joey J has done nothing. Yeah, Joey J has done nothing. He's done nothing. So Fox will come in to play the bullpen for the 57 Braves. 1960 Pirates. Okay, we go back to number Clem Labin. Number 23, yeah, right. He'll win number 40. So the 60 Pirates will get Clem Labin. Labine. And their bullpen looks okay. Well, Wittenberg, well, he can be a starter. Yeah, he can be a starter. George Wittenberg's, Wittenberg ain't a starter. He should be a reliever again. And Clem Labin should be a starter. Yeah, Clem Labin should be a starter. Cheney, but yeah, Labin will be the number 4 starter for the 60 Pirates and all that. 64 Cardinals. Date of birth. They're going to go with Anibal Sanchez. So the 64 Cardinals might go with the bullpen. Pete Smith has done nothing, I think. And look at his 2 and 5. Yeah, he's done. He's done. So yeah, so Anibal will come in to play for the 64 Cardinals. 70 Orioles. Age 29. Nelson Torres. They'll sign him, but they won't worry about him. I think that was the plan. 75 Reds. They can sign someone, I think. Height. Wayne Granger. So Wayne Granger is going to sign with the 75 Reds. The 1980 Phillies are next on the list. Wait. And some say Cecil Upshot, but they're like, nah. We'll just find someone for the future. Duenas will wear number 28 on the roster, though. 82 Brewers are next on the list for all. Right? And they'll take Lindsay. They'll take Frank Lindsay, number 36 on the roster. Paper Tigers are next in the list. And they'll take Troy Patton, number 5. He's like, I want a different number. So Patton will wear number 43 for the team. 85 Royals. 85 Royals. The man. I got. So they'll sign Albie Lopez. 86 Mats are next. I said, we'll take our chances. Yeah, they know that he's on the injured list, but wait, don't they have Larry Christensen? Don't they have two Larry Christensens? Oh, Larry Christensen played for the 6 months. I don't think he did. Okay. 91 Twins. From UCL, he's 26. They'll take Cecil. We'll take Upshaw. They'll take Cecil Upshaw. I might need him. Do we need him? Yes. I would say. I would say yes. The rumors that Okajima would join the 91 Twins, but I guess not. 93 Blue Jays. They could take Pat Hank back, can't they? So they want to take Pat Hank back. Who's injured? Ray Washburn, 6 of the torn flexor. No. They'll just, we'll just take Massett. They'll take Nick Massett off everyone's hands. Fine. 97 Marlins. We'll take D.A. Roberts. But they're going to give him a number. They'll give him number 32. D.A. Roberts. 98 Padres. Throwback of reconstruction. We'll take their chances. So Rollback will play for the 98 Padres, but he will be out for 8 months till next March. So let's say we'll take our chances. All right. Well, one Diamondbacks are on the list. Ray Washburn's a no. Torn UCLA. He's done nothing. Steve Mangori. So Steve Mangori, number 14. Well, he's done well. Red Prince is 0-10. Red Prince has done terribly. So Mangori will be in the bullpen. Radich, Snake. 201 Mariners. Who were number 26? Do they need? Oh, Shadow. Yeah. He's 2-14. Sala, Guire, Radich. There's only one guy left. Bill Castro. I'm gonna give Theo for Red Sox, Bill Castro. And everyone else was. And everyone else is just basically injury prone. Okay, so that is what we'll do. And that's all. We'll just have nobody signed. And so and then everyone's got some new guys coming into the system and maybe starting things out. Just making things happen. Anyway, I've jumped. I'm going to do.